DIY.
Oh, DIYers, after a weekend that I'm sure many of us were just relaxing and having a good ass time. You know who wasn't having a good time? Drake.
I remember you was conflicted.
Wrong button.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, there was a deadline that was out there, and the deadline involved UMG having to respond back to this ridiculous lawsuit that Drake put out on them, basically accusing them of defamation. Well, we've got court documents to go through today because they submitted a petition to have this whole silly-ass lawsuit dismissed. I am very, very critical of UMG and the way that they treat artists and all these different things, but this is some funny shit. Today, we gonna laugh. We gonna laugh, and I'd never thought there'd be a day where I'd be high-fiving UMG like Lucien Grange did Dr. Dre at the Grammy. Anyways, here is TMZ reporting the following, because we're going through every page of this document. I don't care how long that takes. Drake only, this is the headline, Drake is only suing because he's a sore loser. UMG rips not like us suit. What this, oh boy. Drake's trying to have his cake and eat it too, according to his music label UMG, which says his whole lawsuit over Not Like Us is really just sour grapes because Kendrick Lamar buried him in a rap beef.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Huh? Universal Music Group filed documents Monday in federal court calling out Drake for his part in the diss track battle that surrounded the release of Not Like Us. According to the label, Drake encouraged the feud. For example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond. Let's not ruin all the good stuff. So you know what? I just want to make sure we set the table for this one, right? Some initial reactions I wanted to pay attention to was my cousin Moni. Shout out to my cousin Moni. We tried to watch Playboy Cardi at Rolling Loud last night live on her stream, and all of us just wanted to start a prayer circle, but that's not neither here nor there. She said, UMG said, remember when you was doing all of them countdowns for 3 weeks? Remember you was saying, tell that little boy to drop? Remember? Motherfuckers never loved us. Oh, shout out to my cousin. We both. I'm not my real cousin, but it might as well be. Okay, here's the documents. You ready to read through this? I have never been so excited to read through legalese in my life. But I just feel like this is going to be the funniest court documents I ever seen in my life, Lord. So it starts off with a quote. It says, yeah, I want it all. That's what I strive for. Put your Drake hands up. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. Cap. Plaintiff, one of the most successful recording artists of all time, lost a rap battle that he provoked and in which he willingly participated. Instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, they've been watching my videos, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. Plaintiff's complaint is utterly without merit and should be dismissed with prejudice. Okay, that's how we started off. Just when you thought that round two was going to be Kendrick Lamar with more diss songs, this round two right here, this shit is round two. Tell me I'm lying. Oh my goodness. It says in the spring of 2024, two of the most popular recording artists in the world, Kendrick Lamar and Aubrey Drake Graham, engaged in a high-profile rap battle. Over the course of approximately 2 months, they exchanged increasingly vitriolic and incendiary diss tracks, sometimes responding within hours of each other. Drake encouraged the feud. It's a bold statement. It's a lot of MAGA OVOs are not gonna like that. Yeah, I said what I said, MAGA OVO. For example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Oh, y'all forgot about that, huh? Lamar did just that, and collectively, Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks. Wait a minute, I got that. Lamar did just that, and collectively, Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks taking aim at each other. Multiple commentators declared Lamar to be the winner of the battle, I being one of those. Nah, 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 drop. I like how y'all got selective memory out there. Not Like Us, the penultimate track in the feud is the subject of the complaint. The recording and music video were released by Lamar through defendant UMG on May 4th, 2024. Not Like Us was a massive commercial and artistic success. The record was best-selling rap recording of 2024 and won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, and the accompanying music video won the Grammy Award for Best Music Video. The song Not Like Us won the Grammy Award. Imagine being Drake and gotta read right back through all of the success stories. They just bullet pointing it for you. Oh man, the song "Not Like Us" won the Grammy Award for the Song of the Year and has become a ubiquitous cultural phenomenon. How are they able to see that, but so many Canadians in hip hop can't see that?
Tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
A cultural phenomenon. Among other things, Lamar performed the song at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to a record audience. And Saturday Night Live parodied in its recent 50th anniversary special. Not Like Us, like all of the recordings in the feud between Drake and Lamar, and like the many notorious diss tracks throughout rap's history, consist of a series of hyperbolic insults. Drake has been pleased to use UMG's platform to promote tracks leveling similarly incendiary attacks at Lamar. Oh, so you use the same system that you accusing of us utilizing for Kendrick. You used it when it was yo. Oh, isn't that what we said? Including, most significantly, that Lamar engaged in domestic abuse and that one of Lamar's business partners and managers is the true father of Lamar's son. Don't tell no lie about me. I won't tell no truth about you. But now, after losing the rap battle, Drake claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. It is not. While the complaint focuses almost entirely on Not Like Us, it disregards the other Drake and Lamar diss tracks that surrounded Not Like Us. They're emptying the clip, as well as the conventions of the diss track genre, and thus critically ignores the context of the dispute. Yeah, why are we not talking about Meet the Grams? Meet the Grams is 10 times worse. It's so bad that what's the dirty boy, what's the dumbass didn't even want to do a video about it. Somebody stop that shit. Because if you dig into Meet the Grams, it's a lot spicier than anything you find in Not Like Us. Not Like Us is literally the revolutionary dance. Like, that is the barbecue after the revolution. That's the yeah, we beat the ass. I was like, make. That is the celebratory dance. Just because it's the loudest don't mean it's the most disrespectful, in my opinion. This shit is funny. Not Like Us, as well as the conventions of a diss track genre, and thus critically ignores the context of the dispute. Assessed in context as it must be, Not Like Us clearly conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. Diss tracks are a popular and celebrated art form centered around outrageous insults, and they would be severely chilled if Drake's suit were permitted to proceed. Drake also alleges that Not Like Us constitutes second-degree harassment. Oh, you such a Karen. You such a Karen. Second-degree harassment after a rap battle. Ugh. But sues under a criminal statute that does not proscribe speech and has no private right of action. Finally, Drake claims that UMG's promotion of Not Like Us violates New York general business law, but fails to allege any of the elements for that claim. UMG seen him, Dr. Umar's burner. UMG seen the floor and start stomping feet. They start dancing like Gabby Douglas on him, just like that. I can do the daggy. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just imagine him somewhere sitting around in his Canadian mansion say, I never hog-tied nobody. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. That's all I see. What's up, Big Zo? That's all I can see right now. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. Notably, less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using creative expression against them by treating rap lyrics as literal fact. Yes, he did do that. He was coming to the defense of artists not having their lyrics used against them in the court of law. Which is why it was really odd to me when I saw Young Thug standing next to him after he just went through a record-breaking case in terms of the duration of the case, a RICO case, which brought up lyrics against him to use in a court of law. Their relationship is something that's none of my business, but I just thought it was weird looking from the outside. Bro celebrating for a multi-millionaire company. I don't win nothing if UMG wins. But I am laughing at your boyfriend who's getting his ass kicked right now. I'm watching somebody who is pure evil. I'm seeing the downfall of a dumbass, and I'm celebrating it. Thank you. After this, we ain't gonna talk about UMG. I ain't never hog-tied nobody. Take your ass out of here. Let's continue. It says, see UMG's request for judicial notice, RJN, they hurting right now. As Drake recognized, when it comes to rap, the final work is a product of the artist's vision and imagination. Drake was right then and is wrong now. The complaint's unjustified claims against UMG are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. That is in court documents forever. His unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. When your label say you lost, what you think happened? The court should grant UMG's motion and dismiss the complaint with prejudice. Oh, boy. Defendant UMG is a global music company that represents more than 220 artists and brands worldwide and holds a catalog of more than 3.2 million recordings. UMG represents artists through alias, that's that legal jargon I'm talking about, recording, distribution, publishing, and third-party licensing agreements, and helps maximize their commercial success through its world-class marketing, proprietary data analytics, and global distribution network. Drake is an internationally known rap artist. Drake signed with UMG through UMG's Republic division in 2009, and extended his contract into 2022. Drake's partnership with UMG has been largely successful. He is one of the best-selling artists of all time, with over 170 million albums sold, and a series of awards and accolades, including Billboard Music's Artist of the Decade in 2021. This is a reason why I thought there was not a chance in hell they were going to let Sexy Songs for Men fail. What? You thought I mistalk? Sexy Songs for Men. Sexy songs for red pills. Sexy songs for menses. Sexy songs for menses. Because that wasn't for no women. Sexy songs for menses. That's the reason they wasn't going to let that project fail. That's why you saw the success of it. Because if you have a successful album and then go into court and say, look it, my reputation's hurt. I just had a #2 album. Excuse me? I just had a #2 album in the world. My reputation's hurt. How you look at a judge with a straight face? My reputation's hurt. I'm selling. Like, it's crazy because the OVO maggers, the MAGA OVOers, on one hand, you want to celebrate all his success by showing the streaming numbers, but on the other hand, you're trying to convince people that his reputation is hurt because of this defamatory song. Which one you want? Which one? You can't win and be losing when you're trying to look like you're losing and you're winning. And you can't win when you... Sexy songs for menses. Next section says, UMG also represents Lamar through UMG's Interscope division. Lamar is a highly successful rap artist in his own right. So now we're getting to the Drake and Lamar engage in a vitriolic rap feud. Not Like Us, the recording at the center of this action, was released as part of a rap beef between Drake and Lamar. The artist feud reportedly traces its origins back more than a decade. Oh, they've been on the YouTubes, huh? But broke into the public domain in early 2024 when Drake and Lamar began trading diss tracks, sometimes within the same hour. Drake and Lamar's feud was not unique in the world of rap. Rap feuds where artists trade diss tracks insulting each other have existed pretty much since the beginning of rap. In the 1970s, aka the dozens. A number of storied feuds have occurred throughout rap history, including the Roxanne Wars involving Roxanne Shante and the rap group UTFO. Look at them in their history books. Y'all still the devil, but look at you in your history books. As well as feuds between Nas and Jay-Z, Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Drake is a prolific rap feud combatant. I study rap battles for a living. Head ass. Having traded diss tracks with a number of artists, including Pusha T and Meek Mill. And it basically makes a reference to back-to-back lyrics, Drake diss track and Meek Mill's feud. And the Duppy freestyle lyrics, his track towards Pusha T. Before he exposed him in that blackface like that. This public feud between Drake and Lamar traces back to the October 2023 recording First Person Shooter by Drake and J. Cole, in which J. Cole rapped that he, Drake, and Lamar were the big three, the top three rappers in the industry. In response, Lamar appeared on the March 2024, we're only a week away from the year anniversary of that, track Like That with artists Future and Metro Boomin, in which he rejected the notion that Drake and J. Cole were his equals, rapping, "Mother F the big three, nigga, it's just big me." That's in court documents, by the way. Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bump. They forgot the bump. They forgot the bump. They forgot the bump. What they doing the knowledge? I'm saying. They forgot the bump. They forgot that part. That's the only thing. They forgot Bompton. Yeah, they forgot to put Bompton in there. You right. Bump. Okay, anyway. The recording takes aim. Okay, so here we go. We start getting to the battle itself. Drake responded in April 2024 with the track Push-Ups, distributed by UMG. That's a very important thing to note. The recording takes aim at Lamar, insulting, inter alia, his height. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 men's on? Pip squeak pipe down. You ain't no big three. In his career, your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. Your last one bricked. You're really not on shit. And I'm at the top of the mountain. That's his barrettes. I'm at the top of the mountain. Just have this talk with your ass. I had to hike down. Just to have this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. What imaginary situation was he on a mountain and Kendrick was down there waiting to have a conversation? Even his imagination is freaky. He also encouraged the feud, stating, "In that effing song, y'all did not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot. Now I'm heating up." Just so I don't get myself included in any kind of lawsuits, that is merely an exaggeration of his Drake, of his voice. It's merely an exaggeration. It's merely an exaggeration. Don't sue me. Then, seemingly impatient with the time it was taking Lamar to respond, Drake released Tailor-Made Freestyle on Instagram. The recording uses artificial intelligence to make it sound as if the voices of deceased rap icon, still pisses me off, Tupac Shakur and rapper Snoop Dogg are rapping Drake's lyrics. In their voices, Drake taunts Lamar for his delay, more notably for present purposes. Drake urges Lamar in the voice of Tupac to talk about Drake liking young girls on Lamar's next track.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
MAGA OVO is not looking too good. You forgot about this part? Revisionist history got y'all looking a little bit different at this? Do you remember? He gave him the idea. Not that Kendrick needed it, but he gave him the idea. This high yellow dumbass, I know what I look like. This high yellow dumbass said, "And I bet you gonna talk about Drake liking young girls. Bet you won't do it." Then he did it, and he said, "That's foul. That's foul. Don't say that. That's foul. You're ruining my reputation." Then why would you bring it up? Kendrick would need you, the West Coast savior, engraving your name in some hip-hop history. If you deal with this viciously, I'm going to read this like a leprechaun because I refuse to read this like Pac. Rest in peace to Pac. He don't need to be disturbed. Not at all. If you deal with this viciously, you seem a little nervous about all our publicity. Fuck this Canadian light-skinned dot. We need a no-debated West Coast victory, man. Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls. That's a gift for me. Heard on the Button podcast. It's got to be true. In the voice of Snoop Dogg, Drake then calls on Lamar to release a new diss track. But still, you got to show the fucking owl who's the boss on the West. Now's the time to really make a power move. Because right now it's looking like you writing out the game plan on how to lose. How to bark up the wrong tree and then get your head popped in a crowded room. World is watching this chess game, but are you out of moves? And in his own voice, Drake raps, since like that, your tone changed a little. You not as enthused. How are you not in a booth? Oh, he was getting them stocks ready. It feels like you're kind of removed. You're trying to let this shit die down. Nah. Nigga, them the famous last words. I need Tubi to hurry up and make this movie. Because that's going to be my favorite scene. Nah, not this time, nigga. You following through. I guess you need another week to figure out how to improve. Am I right? What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. So UMG really brought all these timeline markers. I didn't know this was going to make it to court documents. I knew this was important to our conversations in terms of the narratives and whatnot. I had no idea this would be in court documents. You're done. You're washed. You're done. Lamar responded with 2 tracks. Euphoria, followed by 616 in LA. Lamar raps of Drake and Euphoria. The famous actor we once knew was looking paranoid and now spiraling. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist. You're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. He criticizes Drake music. I make music that electrify him. You make music that pacify him. Attacks his use of Tupac's voice in Tailor-Made Freestyle. I'm ready to double a wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Cutthroat business. What is it, the braids? Okay, I'm sorry. Attacking his parenting. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Take him to school. You don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. The lines just start coming back to me. And insults his character and racial identity. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's going to be direct. How many more fairy tales about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? That is in court documents. I'm going to keep saying that. Lamar insults continue in 616 in LA, where he raps that members of Drake's OVO team are disloyal. Have you ever thought that OVO was working for me? Fake bullies. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everybody inside your team is whispering you deserve it. I just imagine that line happened. Drake was looking around. He was like, who does this guy think he is, huh? I mean, just a head count. I can trust you guys, right? Drake responded approximately 14 hours later on the evening of May 3rd with the track Family Matters, distributed by UMG. Once again, can I reference back to the analogy that I had earlier? UMG is 7-Eleven. Kendrick is Pepsi. Drake might be like a Fanta. But for whatever reason, that Fanta sells out a lot in this 7-Eleven. If the person that is a cashier goes to the drinks and they say, all right, I'm gonna move Pepsi in front of Fanta. Do you understand the same money is gonna come to the damn label?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Why would they want somebody that is an employee of theirs not to make their money on? Now, I know the conversation gets to like him being able to negotiate a better deal, but the point is they're still benefiting off of his business. They don't want you. They invested all 400, 500 plus million. They invested all that money into you. Do you think the thing that they want to do is have you Canada Dry? Yeah, you're right. That's probably better. You Canada Dry. If they move Pepsi in front of Canada Dry, it's still the same $3.99 or whatever that shit costs. You still get the same money. Why would they? What is your case right now? And then if they had a song like Not Like Us that organically became successful, it's their job because Kendrick Lamar is one of their clients to put the machine behind it. He gets that because they did it when he had hit songs. Continuing. The track, talking about Family Matters, is a scathing attack on Lamar, laden with hyperbolic slurs, pronunciations. I'll be pronunciating shit wrong sometimes. Shout out to Afro Butterfly, pronunciations. Drake attacks, among other things, Lamar's authenticity. You just acting like an activist. It's make-believe. Because you know what it means to be an activist, Drake. Mocks his height. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. Am I right? These bars go over Kenny's head no matter what I say. Am I right? Fucking idiot, bro. States that Lamar cheats on his fiance. Why did you move to New York? Is it cause you living that bachelor life? This sounds like my wife watches Bad Girls Club. This shit sounds like talking points when they talking to the guest on Bad Girls Club and they like, I just want to know why that bitch moved to New York. Is it because y'all ain't together no more? Living that bachelorette life? I be watching that shit when I be coming downstairs to eat some food and I'm like, they crazy. Drake sounds like that shit right now. Bad Girls. Proposed in 2015, but don't want to make her your actual wife? Says the man that was never married. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right? Because I was hoping to go. Because we know the girls that you actually like, your darkest secrets are coming to light. And asserts that one of Lamar's children was fathered by one of his business partners and managers. Not moving like a victim, are we? If we have the ability to attack people who said nothing about you, you must have been feeling kind of bold. Your baby mama captions always screaming, save me. This nigga wanted to say giving. It's giving, save me. You did her dirty all your life. You trying to make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free. But you ain't heard that from me. Don't make it Dave Freeze. Because if your GM is your BM secret BD, then it's all making plenty fucking sense to me. This nigga is a writer on Bad Girls Club. I know why he executive produced Euphoria. How do y'all read this any other way? Because he raps it? Drake also raps that Lamar physically abuses his fiance, stating, when you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense because she bigger than you? They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. I'm still convinced that Drake, dumbass, sat there and watched the We Cry Together video. And when he couldn't get enough information on Kendrick, he said, mother, 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 He's a domestic abuser. Look at this video. How is he so good at this acting if he's not a domestic abuser himself? Just think about it for a second. Follow me. That's exactly what this nigga did. He watched that video and was convinced. He's a beater. He's got to be. I mean, how else can you explain this? I mean, I'm an actor, so I get it. But like, what do you... The recording also makes various other allusions to violence, including gun violence. Drake opens up that he emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. Which one of you so-called niggas need a shell from the clip? I forgot about these gun bars. He was talking a little spicy. Light-skinned spicy, but still spicy. And raps, come get this ass whooping. I'm handing them out. One for you, one for you, one for you. The track closes with Drake stating, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. Multiple gunshots are also sound at the various points in the recording. Oh, they did their homework.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I just think that I don't take Drake's threats on a record so serious that when I heard the gunshots, it might as well just been white noise. It might as well have been another snare. I heard the gunshots, and not for a second did I think, damn, did he just threaten, bro? All I saw was like, I just heard as a period on the song. Just a stamp. He literally said, you're dead. You're dead. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. Just like that. I thought that shit was white noise. I'm not lying to you, Brittany. Lamar responded with 2 more back-to-back tracks, Meet the Grams followed by Not Like Us. And Meet the Grams, released approximately 30 minutes after Family Matters, Lamar directs his insults to various members of Drake's immediate family and to Drake himself. Look, I don't know a whole lot about fan fiction, but my sister used to write fan fiction. This shit feel like fan fiction, but it actually happened. This shit is amazing to me. Not Like Us was released on May 4th. Like the diss tracks before it, Not Like Us consist of hyperbolic insults. Lamar calls Drake's name. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? And it was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Mocks Drake's OVO brand and image. What OVO stand for? The other vaginal option? Pussy. And what is an owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Makes hyperbolic threats of violence. You think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? I think that Oakland show gonna be your last stop, nigga. Attacks Drake's personal relationship, including alleging that Drake had relations with rapper Lil Wayne's girlfriend. Effed on Wayne's girl while you was in jail. That's conniving. And call him a effing colonizer, inferring Drake exploits other artists for fame and financial benefit. I read this one as a threat from UMG. A soft threat, but I read that as a threat. By them even acknowledging that Drake exploits other artists for fame and financial benefit to describe the effing colonizer line, lets me think, if you need more documentation about this and this claim, we could provide that. Maybe even some firsthand account for some of the artists that feel like you exploited them. Where's I Love McConan? Taking up Drake's invitation and tailor-made freestyle to talk about Drake liking young girls. Hello. Lamar also makes various statements at issue in the complaint, including, say Drake, I hear you like 'em young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. See any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. What, you asked me to do it? You asked me to do it, nigga. You literally asked me to do it. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to stack a chord and it's probably A minor. Excuse me, A minor. I had to do that right. And also raps, and Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Did not tell you? Read this. Did not tell you. Did not tell y'all. What you told us, Curtis? There's an S at the end of pedophiles. There's an S at the end of PDFs. He never, this isn't, I told y'all this. I'm glad some of y'all can talk about this because you were there. He never called Drake a PDF individually. The whole thing was a setup. Party playing with his nose now. Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? He's literally explaining the people in his crew. And then the line that caps it all off is certified lover boy talking about an avatar, not a person, an avatar, even though that is his album title. It's an avatar. Like all of them are probably looking at themselves as certified lover boys. Nah, certified pedophiles. Plural. He never called Drake a PDF. That was what's implied because the internet took that and said, oh my God, I can't believe that this is front and center in a song. He never called him that. So the case that he has to stand on, I told y'all, I'm not even a lawyer. Maybe I should have been a lawyer. I told y'all this months ago. And then when I put it up on Twitter, Punch deleted it, but Punch was like, you cooking with this one, Curtis. I told y'all this. Why don't y'all, some of y'all don't be listening. You think I'm like stupid as you. Plus I write and I make music and your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. Once again, applying to the whole plural of PDFs. That name gonna be registered and placed on Neighborhood Watch. I'm just saying. FBI, open up! Before we proceed, do me a favor. Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. I'm gonna need y'all to help my lawyer fees just in case. Shall we continue? Drake responds responded the following day with Heart Part 6. That old sassy rebuttal. There, Drake doubled down on his statement that one of Lamar's children was fathered by Mr. Free. And why isn't Whitney denying all of my allegations? Some people don't respond to lies, Drake. Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Maybe because she see him in real life. Maybe because real adults don't live their lives through. Why am I explaining this to a grown man? Maybe because some people don't live their entire lives through social media like you do. Maybe some people are seeing people in real life and there's no need to follow a business page. Like I'm an exception to my wife got a nail business. I follow it. I rarely leave comments. Does that mean we got trouble? No. It means that's her business. I'm sorry. He was just pulling for straws at this point. He just reaching. Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Maybe because Dave Free actually uses social media. Actively. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child because he couldn't love his nephews and nieces? That's weird to you? And like if Dave really effed your girl and got her pregnant talking about breeding resentment and reiterates his claim of domestic abuse, I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. But you was just emptying the clip before Not Like Us. You dead. You dead. You was just emptying the... Okay. Drake states that he expected the alleged defamatory statements and Not Like Us. Yeah, you should have because you told him to do it. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. You notice how he keep telling on himself? Do you notice how he kept telling on himself? Name one lyric where Kendrick mentioned Epstein. Why you telling on yourself? You are literally, where's one? That's a wild defense, the chatter. Where's one time when you heard him say Epstein in any of these songs? Epstein not like us. Epstein not us. Epstein not us. And I see you and Epstein kissing on stage. You ain't heard that one time. What is it, the Epstein fade? Like, what? Shout out to my cousin Moni. Not one lyric mentioned Millie Bobby Brown. Hello!
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's my cousin talking right there. You better follow my cousin. Stop playing. But you better follow my cousin Moni. You better follow her right now. She be talking that shit. We was watching the Playboy Cardi. We was trying to watch the Playboy Cardi, rolling loud, hoping that Kendrick's gonna show up. This nigga he was watching cartoons and cereal. He was not there. He was at home while we were waiting on him. And then I had to pray for about 3 hours after that. That's another story for another day. Whew. Drake states that he expected the alleged defamatory statements and Not Like Us. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Are you once again telling on yourself? What TikTok videos are you talking about? Which ones do you got your eyes on, Drake? And denies them. Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'm only messing with your woman, not no Millie Bobby Brown's. You brought her up. I'm sorry I'm focusing heavy on this one, but this shit is funny to me. Nigga, you brought her up. That's like somebody that stole something from you and then help you look for it and then they feel guilty and end up finding it. Like, what are you telling yourself? I'd never look twice at no teenager. Well, then you would look once. Nobody in the room told him that. That's crazy. The track also contains further references to violence, including "I'll slit your throat with the razor." I thought you don't fight women beaters. He can't make his mind up in his own song. He said, "I'll slit your throat with a razor, and yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber, your ass in extreme danger." He said all this, then his house got shot up.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
What is going on? Okay, correction. Max Methods, correction. I didn't say I'm not liking her post. I'm saying every post ain't for me. So I might miss some. My algorithm don't serve it up all the time. But once again, even if I didn't like not one post, everything's good. Everything's good in our neighborhood is what I'm basically saying. If you're judging the sanctity and the security of a relationship by Instagram likes, that's that Drake logic. That's that Drake logic. That's that Drake logic. Uh-oh, trouble in paradise. I only see a 12-to-4 like ratio on these posts. Maybe I should slide in them DMs. Not Like Us is a massive commercial and artistic success. So here they're going to start talking about Not Like Us and why I'm sure they were incentivized to push it. Lamar is widely perceived to have won the rap feud. I do think Kendrick did come out the superior end of the quarrel. They're referencing something here. We can say Kendrick has won. So they're basically referencing different places where people, including a New Yorker title that says, has there ever been a clear loser as Drake? New York Times, oh Lord, unofficially winning a high-profile diss war with Drake. Not Like Us has been a massive commercial and artistic success. It has been heard or viewed nearly 6 billion times and was the best-selling rap song of 2024. Can you imagine if UMG had Drake logic and didn't promote the song? Hey guys, we got a song that's taking off like crazy. It's a cultural phenomenon. However, we don't want to hurt our relationship with Drake right now. So we shouldn't put money behind it. Even though it could make us a whole shit ton of money. Let's not do that, because just think about it. Like, he's our friend too. What? Huh? No, you know what? As gritty as labels are, you think they're going to choose to not put money behind a song that actually is taking off organically? What the hell did you think was going to happen? That's Drake logic. Yeah, it really went like this. Hey, pal, Not Like Us is so rad. Let's push it, man. It's taking off right now, man. It's fucking taking off, man.
Have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay, I'll read the Baca footnote. I got you. Thank you so much, Glamour. Oh my goodness. How did he think this was gonna play out? Most single day streams for a rap song in the U.S. The fastest song to reach 300 million Spotify streams. If this wasn't a diss song, they would be putting everything, including the kitchen sink, behind it. Do y'all understand that? If this wasn't a diss song, they would still be putting everything they can behind it. Oh shit, we got a moment. These are some damn Thriller numbers. We gotta get this shit off. If it wasn't a diss song, they would do that. But it happens to be one. Within the first week of its release, Not Like Us debuted at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 list and ranked first on YouTube's weekly top music charts from July 4th to August 8th. It has maintained its popularity. On October 7, 2024, Billboard reported that the recording had reached 45 million in total audience impressions on radio. It has also been used in over 1.3 million, TikTok videos. Rolling Stone deemed it the biggest moment in music this year. Imagine UMG, a business, not putting money behind one of the biggest success stories in their company because they didn't want to hurt Drake's feelings. The song, recording, and video of Not Like Us were collectively nominated for 5 Grammy Awards, as voted over by 13,000 music industry peers. Even your friends agreed that this was a smash. Drake, including Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song, and Best Music Video, and won in all 5 categories. Round of applause.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
But it hurt his feelings. It hurt his feelings. You can't do that. It hurt Drake's feelings. It hurt his feelings. This is why you guys can't promote that. It's not cool. You know, it also wasn't cool when some of us were making connections between the music video you did with Travis Scott, in which there was a scene right dead smack in the middle where a child or a teenager, it seemed, had dreads that resembled Triple X Tentacion getting smashed by fucking brick or planet or rock. Some of us didn't like that either. Some of us looked at the connection between the God's Plan video, in which you sat there and made a music video in Florida, almost mocking the Helping Hand challenge that Triple X Tentacion did after he passed away. So now all of a sudden we care about what's being said and what's being done. I still stand on the fact, I couldn't say fact, my opinion, in that if Triple X Tentacion was allowed more time to figure it out, because he was a very troubled human being with a lot of things going on, if it was not for his demise, he would have been the biggest problem to someone like a Drake. He produced, he sang, he rapped, and he had the youth in a chokehold. If he would have been given the opportunity to figure it out, he would have been a problem. You hear me? And he was unapologetic. That's all I view it as. Now, I know there's things that he has a very tatted history, and I'm not defending any of that. But what I'm saying is he posed a tremendous threat to someone like that. But we have to operate in reality right now. To survive a motion to dismiss under Rule 12, a complaint must plead enough facts to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. The court can credit only well-pleaded, non-conclusory factual allegations. So I guess they're basically lining up why, like, this is the legal standard, basically, for him to be able to have a legitimate case. He must present these particular things. And now they're referencing very specific cases. That's all I know about that. I'm going to keep going on. So here it starts to talk about how Drake fails to state a claim for defamation. Drake, who had no concerns using UMG's platform to publish slurs about Lamar during their rap feud, now claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. These allegations, which are directly aimed at chilling legitimate artistic expression safeguarded by the First Amendment and New York law, are meritless. Drake fails to state a claim for defamation because Not Like Us conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
It
tell
felt good to be right. No fact, and because Drake cannot adequately allege that UMG acted with actual malice. I told y'all this wouldn't hold up in court. I go back to these videos I said he don't have a defamation case. You just got your feelings hurt. To succeed on his defamation case, Drake must establish a defamatory statement of and concerning the plaintiff, publication to a third party fault, and falsity of the defamatory statement. Here's where I might slightly agree with Drake. Hear me out though. When a battle this massive is occurring, I don't think somebody as level-headed as Kendrick, who literally said a prayer in 616, he was very level-headed throughout this battle, right? At least what we saw in the public when he was dropping songs. I don't think anybody around him, as wise as they have been with his reputation and his brand, would allow him to do anything that would make him basically go out there and make himself liable for a lawsuit. I don't think anybody in his space, plus he's an intelligent human being. I do believe that somebody from UMG or some lawyer looked over these lyrics at some point before it actually went out and said, no, you're good to go. That I do believe. That I absolutely believe. Because when you look at it, it's like, when I read that, I was like, where's the defamation? You admitted to more defaming things than he did. That's just my theory on that, though. I just don't. Here's a footnote. I didn't see the footnote. Thank you for that. It says, Drake contends that the lawsuit is not about the artists who created Not Like Us. Nonsense. As discussed herein, through this lawsuit is baseless against any target. It is plainly about Lamar's lyrics. Drake's repeated insistence to the contrary does not make it so. Instead, it betrays his recognition that his true battle was and is with Lamar and himself. I added that last part. This ain't a rap battle. It's a long life battle with yourself. So it says, what else we got here? It says what is it? Make sure I got everything here. Rhetorical hyperbole, not facting, and because Drake cannot adequately allege that UMG acted with actual malice. To succeed on his defamation case, he must establish a defamatory statement of and concerning the plaintiff, publication to a third party, falsity of the defamatory statement, and special damages are per actionability. Whereas here, the plaintiff is a public figure. He must prove that the allegedly defamatory statement was made with actual malice. That is, made with knowledge of its falsity or with reckless disregard of whether it was false. This next section says the alleged defamatory material is non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. So it's basically reinforcing once again that there's nothing here that you could bring as an undeniably defamatory statement. I'm just kind of scanning through this right now. There's a lot of legalese here going on right now. I want to get to some more information if it even exists here. It's pulling individual shock talk host. Let me see. So they're talking about other cases in which defamatory or things were actually defamatory. Here's one. Let's read one of these examples. It says the recent case of Michael Rappaport versus Barstool Sports is particularly instructive. There, actor Michael Rappaport alleges that statements by Barstool Sports accusing him of having herpes and abusing his ex-girlfriend, including several statements in a 6-minute diss track in which defendants rapped a constant stream of insults and slurs about Rappaport against a backdrop of unflattering video clips and images, were defamatory. Defamatory is a really challenging one to get to. But this shit is a much better case. I didn't hear nothing about this, but apparently Barstool Sports made a 6-minute diss song, and not only did they say things and repeated them, because really the only thing that you got Kendrick repeating about Drake is they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Let me hear you say, ho. Still not defamatory because your name is not OVO. Your name is Aubrey. Even if he said, Drake is a certified PDF. Drake is a certified PDF. Your name is not Drake, nigga. Your name is Aubrey.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
They not like us.
No.
They not like us.
What?
They not like us.
No.
They not like us.
No.
They not like.
I hear you like I'm young. You think you gonna walk your ass to court and pay $10,000 plus, at least starting off, to say, Judge, this nigga said I like him young. Well, do you? I've only dated one girl that was 2 years younger than me, and I'm 30. What's wrong with that? I don't like what he's insinuating. Like, that's why it's falling apart. That's why it's falling apart. I hear you like I'm young. Well, why do you have an issue with that? How young did you think he was referring to? And why did you think he was referring to that? I rest my case, Your Honor. Head ass. It's not enough. It's literally not enough for this court. It's not enough. Golly, they literally had images in the rap video. This is Barstool Sports, where they put out insults and slurs with a backdrop of video clips and images. You didn't see Drake not one time in a Not Like Us video.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I said you didn't see Drake not one time in a music video. You think that was not done purposely? You didn't see Drake's face one time, not even. All you saw was a piñata and an owl. What's wrong with that? Maybe he don't like owls. The owl, Curtis. Hold on. Pink Starburst, you know I love you. But how in the hell we gonna go to court with this? Sis, how the hell we gonna go to court with this? In this image right here, as you can see, my brand is relying upon the OVO owl. Ooh. Here he's referring to me. I'm the owl. You see my droopy eyes? I got droopy eyes like an owl. You get it? You seeing it? You connecting the dots? It's not enough. Not for court. They're not playing around. Like, they don't care about our conspiracy theories. Imagine going in there. Yes, I know. Okay. See how he got a hair piece? I got a braid hair piece. But I think that's what he's trying to say. You wear a hair piece? Huh? It's neither here nor there. You see that owl? He's sad just like me. It's not enough. There's literally not one image of Drake the entire video, which is the funniest thing to me. Even when you got the light-skinned dude going up behind him with the mask on, he's in the shadows. Boy, oh boy, I think I missed my calling as a lawyer. I'll be in there talking big shit. Oh my goodness. So it's giving all these references to what actually was, I believe, a defamation case. Okay, here we go. Now we're starting to get more details. Okay, here it is. It says, holding that the district court, which is epitaphs, vulgarities. Okay, the Second Circuit affirmed Rappaport 2024, holding that the district court appropriately considered that the statements at issue were made in the context of a hostile, vulgar, and hyperbolic feud, in which the use of epitaphs. So he didn't even win that. Rappaport didn't win that. Vulgarities and that word is kicking my ass. Hyperbole function as a strong indicator to the reasonable reader that the statement is not expressing or implying any facts. These conclusions apply equally here. Considered in context as is required for Not Like Us, conveys hyperbole, an opinion, not facts. Looking first to its tone, the 4 and 1 1/2 minute rap diss track consists of a series of epitaphs, Lord, fiery rhetoric and hyperbole. The endemic to the rap genre. Not surprisingly, given the context, the recording reflects a considerable degree of anger and resentment, and exaggerated vitriolic words pervade the recording to attack all aspects of Drake's life, including his career, authenticity, brand, relationships, and character. Exaggerated imagery in a music video reinforces that Not Like Us is not intended to reflect factual analysis. For example, the video opens with Lamar whispering to a clown that he sees dead people, a nod to The Sixth Sense, implying hyperbolically that Drake has been defeated in the rap battle. The video also shows Lamar beating an owl pinata with the disclaimer, no OVOs were harmed.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna
This is in a court document. During the making of this video, no OVOs were harmed during the making of this video. In staring down an owl in a cage with the droopy eyes, the imagery reinforces the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Indeed. Oh yeah, they was talking to Kendrick. Somebody was in there talking to Kendrick. Somebody was in there talking to Kendrick. Do you hear me? Somebody was in that video. Somebody was on that set. Somebody from UMG was like, let's do this. Let's do this instead. Let's do this instead. Let's just have an owl in a cage. They got Easter eggs in a Moni, they do have Easter eggs in the documents. Slow it down. What if Kendrick actually drafted this up? What if this wasn't even a lawyer? What if Kendrick made this? What if he went to UCLA in 2022 just to study some law and psychology? Just for this moment. Yeah, that word is kicking my ass, Avia. I'm not going to even hold you. Because it's that hyperbole and hyperbolic and hypop. Why don't you just say some other shit? Why you got to do that? That is hilarious. Okay. Likewise, the album image of Toronto, let me go back here. It says, the imagery reinforces the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Indeed, no reasonable listener would require a disclaimer that the piñata is not literally Drake and his crew. No reasonable listener, but the OVO maggers need us. The OVO maggers need it. The imagery is satire and vitriolic. All of which signals, not Courtney sending me a text message, hyperbole. That's what I said, Courtney. Hyperbolic. That's what I said. Thank you, sis. That's why I didn't go to law school. All of which signals to the audience that the video does not convey sober factual analysis. Likewise, the album image of Drake's Toronto house, now they're talking about the artwork, is obviously doctored, further underscoring the non-factual nature of Not Like Us. Rappaport, okay, so it says, again, no reasonable viewer would believe that the image of Drake's Toronto mansion with 13 sex offender markers is real. Fuck. This image is hyperbolic, and exaggerated, conveying opinion, not fact. I'm sick of this shit. I'm all sick of this shit. You think I'll give a damn? There's 4,000 people in here. I don't care about none of that right now. Don't say that shit for me. I don't want to practice. No, hell no. Hold on, block that. I don't want to practice. Just say that shit. Just say it.
Hyperbolic.
That's what I said. Gotta trust yourself, Curtis. All right, let's get back to it. Like I was saying, the image is hyperbolic and exaggerated, conveying opinion, not fact. Stupid. Rejecting claim arising out of magazine's outrageous artwork depicting television minister in manner that was patently offensive and intended to inflict emotional injury. So they're referring to some other case where the speech could not reasonably have been interpreted as stating actual facts that the public figure involved. Okay. About the public figure involved. The broader context also reinforces that Not Like Us is non-actionable. Not Like Us did not emerge out of thin air. It was Lamar's culminating diss track in one of the nastiest lyrical warfare rap feuds in recent history. It says it followed the release of 7 preceding tracks in which Drake and Lamar hurled increasingly vitriolic allegations at each other, including Drake's slurs that Lamar's son was fathered by someone else and that Lamar cheats on and physically abuses his fiance. If ever there were circumstances for the audience to anticipate the use of epithets, I ain't scared of you mother effers. Go ahead.
Epithets.
That's what I said. Epithets. One more time.
Epithets.
Okay, tight shit. Epithets. You remember you do that? Remember people at school used to that? They just go mumble over the word. Fiery rhetoric and hyperbole. This is it. Moreover, assessment of the broader context makes clear that Not Like Us relates to well-known controversies that Drake himself acknowledged and perpetuated. Knock my headphones out. He perpetuated them. Considering the overall context in which the statements were made, a reasonable listener would not have believed that the challenge statements were conveying facts about the plaintiff rather than opinion, because the statements were based on facts that were widely reported by Western New York media outlets and were known to the listeners. Statements that the plaintiff was a criminal and engaged in criminal conduct, not actionable, where listeners were familiar with the issues in dispute and with the respective sides' positions. Facts and criticisms concerning Drake's relationship with minors predate Not Like Us. I said facts and criticism concerning Drake's relationship with minors predate Not Like Us. This nigga didn't make it up. He said what the nigga said in tailor-made freestyle. And have been widely reported. Noting that Lamar is indicating Drake for years of blank rumors and speculations around his misbehavior around minors, and that Millie Bobby Brown is one of the things that most people are aware of when it comes to Drake and the rumors around him. She talked about texting with Drake when she was, a minor. Don't take it personal. Don't listen the first to know. You might be the first to go. Notably, Drake himself called on Lamar to invoke those allegations in tailor-made freestyle released before Not Like Us, in which he had Tupac's AI-generated voice rap that Lamar should talk about Drake liking young girls. The Hard Part 6, he also affirmed that he understood Lamar's statements and Not Like Us to refer to the Millie Bobby Brown controversy, stating that this Epstein angle was the shit I expected. And only fucking with Whitney's not Millie Bobby Brown's. I'd never look twice at no teenager. That might not. Maybe once. Drake himself understands that Lamar lyrics refer solely to well-known issues, taken together with the fact that Not Like Us was released in the context of a combative and vitriolic rap diss battle. It would be obvious to even the most casual observer that Not Like Us is not an accurate factual assessment offered by a disinterested observer. In sum, the tone and broader context in which Not Like Us was released makes plain that the recording, video, and album cover convey rhetorical hyperbole and opinion not based on anything beyond controversies and that have been widely acknowledged, including by Drake himself. Drake fails to state an actionable claim for defamation.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
And then everything that you heard in Not Like Us was nothing new. It was just the audacity for it to be amplified in such a song for most of us. It was the audacity of like, oh, he's getting at him in this battle, but he's not even saying a whole lot about, oh shit, he just said it. He made it an anthem. But he covered his bases, it seems. Kendrick covered his bases. Drake's defamation claim fails for independent reason that, as a matter of law, he cannot allege that UMG acted with actual malice. A public figure can only prevail on a defamation claim where clear and convincing evidence proves that a false and defamatory statement was published with actual malice. That is, with deliberate or reckless falsification. The element of actual malice in a defamation case focuses primarily on what a defendant knew or believed at the time a purportedly false statement was made. All he's doing is repeating talking points that you can get in any Drake video on YouTube for the last 10, 20 years. Not 20, but the last 10 years. All right, so it goes on to say, to survive a motion to dismiss, a defamation plaintiff must allege specific facts that plausibly evidence actual malice in a clear and convincing manner. This is what makes what song is that? Is that 616 in LA? Where he's describing a boat and he's describing all these different things that are aligned with it. Kendrick played such a mental game with this guy that he can't even explain the reasons why Kendrick hit him so close to home, because he'd be telling on himself.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Kendrick Lamar played a psychological thriller. You want to play a game? He played a psychological thriller with this man. And because of that, there's things that he still can't admit to, that it's like, Pac said it one time. He said, you can tell them people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. This is what it looks like in real life. Because it's like he wants to say, like, how does he know this? He said, I can't say that because I'm admitting to something. I can't say that because then I would be admitting to this shit. But shit. Let's sue UMG then.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
buddy. Oh boy. Hold on. Let me fix my camera real quick on this one. Oh my goodness. We still cooking. We still cooking. I just gotta fix my camera because not my camera, but my chat. I want to see y'all messages while this is going on, because this shit is absolutely hilarious to me. This is absolutely hilarious to me. You know, you brought this upon yourself. You brought this battle upon yourself, Drake. You brought this lawsuit upon yourself. Now you're having to play out the details of the most embarrassing day of your life, the most embarrassing months of your life. You are now purposely playing them over again. Read the footnotes. Okay, I'm going to do it. Meet the Grams. My bad. Meet the Grams. Thank you, Moni. Meet the Grams. You right. You right. Them words kicking my ass so much, my memory going. All right, let's get back to it. Thank you for the super chats. I'm going to acknowledge them right after we do this story. We almost done. All right, here we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So. Just got here. Good to see you here, Leanne. So it goes on to say, allege specific facts that plausibly evidence actual malice. Let's get back here. Boom. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, then it goes on to say courts recognize that in certain circumstances, such as works of fiction, parody, and satire, the actual malice inquiry must focus on what the publisher subjectively intended to convey. For example, where the speaker intends his statements as outrageous parodies or caricatures, there may be no consciousness that the speaker is publishing something false, because the speaker does not think he is publishing a statement of fact and therefore lacks subjective knowledge or recklessness as to the falsification of a statement of facts required to show actual malice. What do we get? Affirming dismissal of defamation case for no basis. So it's going to a specific case of Pageant versus Penthouse, where it says it would seem too simplistic in the case of a fictional or satirical. I don't think you understand as a reader how much this pisses me off sometimes when this happens. Because my brain can say it, but my mouth ain't saying what I'm supposed to.
Satirical.
That's what I said! Shit! Thank you, Google. Satirical work simply to question whether the author, publisher had the subjective intent to publish a falsity, since such works are not intended to convey truth. So it's giving another reference to another case, but it says, so too here. There is no basis for a claim that any person at UMG had subjective intent to publish false factual statements about Drake. UMG released a rap diss track conveying fiery rhetoric and insults, not factual assessments, much less false ones. UMG engaged in the same conduct when it distributed Drake's Family Matters, in which Drake rapped that Lamar engages in domestic abuse and not the father of his son.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You're cooked. My boy, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked. What's up, Vil? You're cooked. Y'all keep talking about the footnotes. Okay, I'm on page 18. Let me go back to the footnotes of page 16. What's the footnote say? Okay, so the footnote here says, I missed this. Sorry about that. Thank you for the heads up. It says, oh, shit. Shit. So whenever they present information like this, they have to have some actual footnotes, you know, that refer to, well, what do you mean, Millie Bobby Brown? What are you guys talking about? It says, one of the references is news articles covering video of an adult Drake kissing and fondling a 17-year-old at a concert. News articles covering criticism of an adult Drake relationship with Millie Bobby Brown when the latter was 14. It also has been widely reported that OVO member Baka Not Nice was arrested in 2014 on human trafficking and assault charges and convicted for assault in 2015. This is in a complex article in the Toronto Sun article. Lamar references this history and Not Like Us, and Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified PDFs. Thank you. I do appreciate that heads up. That is important information. Wowzers. Wowzers. You're done. They cooked that boy. They really did. Like, I'm admittedly so. I'm very critical of anything dealing with UMG. But a cooking is a cooking. Like, it's like watching a boxing match and you rooting for the other dude, but he get his ass kicked. And you like, he got his ass kicked, but you still watch. Oh my gosh. They're done. He is done. Cooked. Barbecue. Rotisserie. Cajun. It feels like whatever they said, satirical. I got it. I finally got it. Satirical. Stop spelling shit out phonetically for me. Leave me alone. I got Google. I can't hear you in the chat. I can read it, but I can't hear you. All right, let's go. I do appreciate you. Much like the parody and satire, hyperbole, exaggeration, and insults are endemic in rap, particularly in diss tracks. Not them educating Drake and the court on diss tracks, because Drake don't know what that is. Rappers know that their lyrics are exaggerated and non-factual. That is part of their craft. The actual malice question is therefore what UMG intended to convey. and Drake has not alleged any specific facts plausibly evidencing in a clear and convincing manner that anyone at UMG intended to convey or indeed believe that the public would understand Not Like Us as conveying anything other than what it was, an incendiary diss track. Like the lawyer that got, I'm telling you, this is why if you're talking about suing the record labels, dog, you better have the best lawyer you can find. These folks get people, they get the best lawyers to pass the bar, and they come be a part of their situation. This is why when you're talking about, yeah, if I sign that deal, I would get past all of that legal jargon and I'd sign the best deal. Shut up. Shut up. Incendiary. That's what I said, Dr. Aluna. Incendiary. I'm getting there. Golly, I swear this is why I need a lawyer. Oh, they're not y'all spelling it phonetically. I'm sick. I'm sick. Some of that is just West Coast. Like, you got like, I have an accent. Certain shit I just can't say right. I go to the core. Where the core at? Certain shit I say different. Where the core at? I can't. Give me a second. Where the core? Where the core at? I can't say core. You guys say car. Where the core at? It's just certain shit that's just a part of my West Coast linguistics. Please stop talking to me like I can't see the same words y'all see. Go to the core. I'm from LA. Come on, son. I'm trying. Miss Miles, I'm trying. I did not intend to come in here and read court documents. All I know is I can say this. That nigga's cooked. I say that perfectly. Dog, I'm from Oakland. Cap. What that mean? You go to the core too? That's how you say it? Yeah, I do. I'll be like, to the core. I left my car. I left my wallet in the core. The what? The core. Drake further asserts a criminal claim for harassment in the second degree CNY Penal Code on the theory that Kendrick Lamar issued a call to violence. Y'all focus on the words that I'm struggling on. What about this whole thing I got through? Round of applause for myself. Y'all focused on 4 words. I read that other shit smooth as a back of a nicely faded neck. Can I get some love? Can I get some love for that? It's certain words I just never use. I get my Curtis Phonics. That's why we got to release the merchandise pronunciations, because that's a real thing. You better give me my respect. I read the other shit smooth as hell, but then I come slipping up on hyperbole. All of a sudden, they like, this thing can't read. I'm just playing. I ain't even embarrassed. That's hilarious. That shit's, I would laugh too if I was you. I got a lawyer. I ain't got to read this shit. Drake further asserts a criminal claim for harassment in the second degree on the theory that Kendrick Lamar issued a call to violence against Drake and Not Like Us with threats of violence, and that the song thus amounts to incitement. This claim fails for multiple reasons. First, there is no private right of action, where a penal statute does not expressly confer a private right of action on individuals pursuing civil relief. Recovery under such a statute may be had only if a private right of action may fairly be implied. I'll be saying that shit every day. Whatever the hell that mean? This requires considering whether creation of such a right would be consistent with the legislative scheme, which is not the case when there are alternative enforcement mechanisms. Nigga, like I've been saying that shit for months. Stupid. Section 240.26 does not say. What Moni say? What my cousin say? My cousin firing me up right now. I just know she is. What my cousin say? What my cousin say? Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. I get to the core. We gotta go to the core, cousin. Don't you call me Curtis Mayweather. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Curtis Mayweather is egregious. He don't read this smoothly. Anyways. Section 240.26 does not satisfy their test because nothing distinguishes it from every other run-of-the-mill criminal statute that lacks a private right of reason. Rarely is there a private right of action under a criminal statute as a general rule. When a statute is contained solely within the penal law section, the New York legislator intended it has a police regulation to be I'm tired of reading this shit. Give me some other shit. I'm tired of reading this shit. This shit reads unnaturally. That shit making my eyes go like this. Get to some good shit. What I missed the footnotes? Drake has obviously non-factual claims about himself in his own music. UMG just wrote in the notes. Drake has made obviously non-factual claims about himself in his own music, including that he has connections to organized crime and has been involved in mob hits. Yeah, I think Kendrick wrote this with them.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Nigga, you could have Better Call Saul. You're not winning this one. Better Call Saul will look you right in your face. I'm like, I don't think we got anything here, man. UMG calling out your gangster. UMG like, we know he ain't got mob ties, because we the mob, allegedly.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
This nigga ain't got no mob ties. Nigga, we the mob. The fuck y'all talking about? We the mob. This corny ass rapping ass nigga ain't got no mob ties. Nigga, we the mob. That's what they just said. Allegedly, because they some good ass lawyers. I don't want them on my head. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. You better call Saul for this shit. He gonna tell you to now. You just pull out that case. Oh my gosh. Mob ties. I don't even know. Mob ties. I don't know how to mob tie. I don't even know how to. I know how to hog tie nobody. I don't know how to mob tie. How you mob tie? I can't even tie my shoes. How the hell I mob tie? I think we have enough here. I'm gonna continue. We're almost done here. It says, I ain't got no mob ties. I ain't never had no mob. Shout out to Zoe. Oh my Lord. Furthermore, this section does not prescribe pure speech, which is what is at issue here. Proscribed speech, then it would be struck down. The New York Court of Appeals has invalidated multiple laws that purport to criminalize harassing speech. Facially invalidating harassment statute that criminalize. I'm not doing this shit with y'all today. Next, even if Drake could surmount these obstacles, his claim would still fail because he cannot meet the constitutional test for incitement in any event. Under the First Amendment, incitement can be proscribed only where the speech is directly to inciting or producing imminent lawless action and is likely to incite or produce such action. There are two requirements. The speech must be both intended to produce and likely to produce imminent disorder. Neither is satisfied. First, even accepting Drake's nonsensical theory that UMG wanted to devalue his brand, Drake never alleges that UMG specifically intended to cause violence against him. And any such allegation would be utterly implausible. Second, the lyrics of Not Like Us are not likely to incite or produce imminent lawless action, or even qualify as speech, which alarms or seriously annoys. It is a rap diss track. Drake attempts to contort violent metaphors in the lyrics into incitement. I know this nigga did not. Like the sound of someone getting beaten up. The recording repeats, wop, 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 wop. Sorry, Judge, just one more wop, wop. And then Lamar says, fuck him up. Could you imagine somebody saying this shit in court? I hear wop, wop, wop is what he said. Fuck him up. Did I get that right? As much of a challenge as this has been, this shit is fun as hell. Tell me this ain't fun as hell to read it with me. Tell me this ain't fun as hell to read this with me. Tell me y'all don't love to see me struggle with this. Tell me this ain't fun. Tell me for a second this ain't fun. And if it is, hey yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. I said, oh, wop, 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 wop. Fuck them up, Dot. Fuck them up. Yes, I got that right. Yeah. Could you say it slower for the recorder so she can type it down? Okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's a wop. You get that? Wop. Wop. And then wop, wop. Yeah. Don't forget to fuck them up. All right now. But as explained above, the hyperbolic and metaphorical language is par for the course in diss tracks. Indeed, Drake's own diss tracks employ imagery at least as violent, such as the gunshots. You're dead. You're dead. There's nowhere to hide. I slit your throat with a razor. Yeah, you know what's so crazy about this whole battle? And I keep saying this. Kendrick walked him down in the most grown man way possible. Like, it makes Hit 'Em Up, which, I mean, Hit 'Em Up is still one of the most outrageously vile diss songs I've ever heard. Because you could tell he was angry in the recording of it. And rightfully so. But there's parts of that song that I listen to and I'm like, how would the part of Pac address this post-Machiavelli era? And then I look at Kendrick and I realize this is what war tactics look like. This is when you say, I am angry. I'm very pissed off that you went and violated my lady's name, the mother of my children, my business partner. I'm very pissed off. But I got to do this in a way where it does not put me. It doesn't put me at risk. I have to be able to walk away from this and people say, well, you know what? If I'm looking at this objectively, one of the guys here is a lot more mature than the other one. And that's exactly what he had. Yeah, Pac said, my fofo makes sure all your kids don't grow. Nigga, if anybody had a case for defamation, rest in peace to the legend. Boy, don't one of your little niggas got sickle cell or something? That nigga was mad. Don't one of your little niggas got sickle cell or something? Pac. Kendrick sat there and talked to him in a way that was disappointing. Then he prayed. He said, hold on, Drake, I got something. God, I'm getting ready to light him up. I know that in my journey of being Mr. Morale, I've done a lot of growing. And I know you're working on me. I'm a work in progress, but I'm not perfect. What he just said right now, what this nigga just said right now, I got to do this. You understand me, right? You know that I'm a whole human being, right? Amen. Meet the Grams. Not like us. This is literally what he did. You have to be so in control of your emotions to do something like this. So these allegations sound so stupid when you think of it from this point of view, right? And Drake, meanwhile, is saying things that are more violent than anything Kendrick said in these songs. He said, I think niggas like you should die. Niggas like you. He never said that you should die. I think niggas like you should die. You know what's crazy too about this? Hello, it's Amber. Dear Adonis was crazy. I love K-Dot as a Gemini myself. Somebody brought up a good point. It's not my point. I forget who said it. But as much as Drake is putting in this lawsuit how he brought up his blackness and how like his lack of blackness, he literally said to Adonis in that song, you're a black man. And there's certain ways that you got to hold just, dear Adonis, you're a black man. He literally said that to the child that is more light-skinned than Drake. That's a madman right there. Kanye fake crazy. Fuck what y'all talking about. Kanye fake crazy. Kendrick really crazy. Kendrick for real crazy. And I love it. And I'm loving it. Kanye fake crazy. Kanye crazy enough to be a billionaire. Kendrick really crazy. That he'll sit here and plan this out for the last 15 years and say, now's the time. Now's the time. I'm going to cause utter chaos and not say a word on social media. My next 5 posts are going to shake and rattle the world, and I'm not going to say anything to anybody who says anything to me. I'm going to win 5 Grammys. I'm going to perform at a Super Bowl. I'm going to look Drake right in his Canadian face as he's in Australia and say, hey, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. Then I'm going to proceed to get right back around my family. What's up, Epic? He said, Epic, one of the most amazing producers that you will ever hear, says Kenny calculated artists they thought Drake was.
Somebody gonna have to
Kenny,
tell
the
truth, and I'm
calculated artist that Drake thought he was. When he was sitting 6 bottles of champagne to Charlemagne, when he was playing games with Meek Mill's intelligent challenged ass. I'm trying not to call people stupid because that's not nice. That's not. We've learned throughout history that Meek Mill is not the brightest crayon. Is that good? He ain't the brightest crayon. So when I gave credit to Drake, like, damn, bro, you outwitted him, you outsmarted him. I think I gave him a lot more credit than what he deserved. Moni, cousin, that's why grandma don't let us be hanging out at the barbecue. Cousin, this why grandma don't let us hang out at the barbecue. You can't. You call that man short bus shorty. This is why when we at the barbecue, the fictional barbecue, grandma don't let us hang out. Cause you be saying stuff like that. And like if me and you get together, that's the problem. That's why grandma say you go that way and you go that way. And then we can't never hang out. That's why. Cause stuff like that. And we start laughing and shit. Cousin. Even if it is true. My point is this. Yes, as my guy Epic said, he thinks he was the war general. What he just saw was a war general on every level that you can think of, legally, strategically, mental war games. He literally is that. And somehow, some way, 1 year later, he finds himself in court trying to explain to a judge why, when he said, "I like him young," he was being defamatory. Spiritually, yeah, we can't forget spiritually. You right about that, Marcus. Okay, continue. Oh my gosh. And he did say, "I'll slit your throat with a razor." Drake did say that. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber, yo ass in extreme danger. It's kind of a freaky line if you think about it. Like, stuffing. What you stuffing bullets in for, first of all? How many? It's only got so many. The chamber only got so many. Why are you stuffing them? Your ass is in extreme danger. Why would you aim for the man's ass first? Petty? A little bit? Okay, sorry. What? Stuffing the chambers and shoot them in the ass. Oh, the Elmer Fudd had it. This nigga's shooting a musket. This nigga's stuffing it. Okay, let's continue. He a fan. Okay, see, Moni, she gonna make us go other ways. I love my cousin. All right, here we go. In short, as with his defamation claims, Drake seems to chill a form of artistic expression that he himself has embraced. Courts have rejected far stronger claims of imminent lawless action than rap diss track lyrics. This happened in 1982, NAACP versus Claiborne Hardware, where someone said, "If we catch any of you going in any of them racist stores, we're going to break your damn neck," was protected speech, even though subsequently shots were fired into the home of boycott violators. Interesting. Good history. Well, I'll be damned. So they show these references to let you know, like, y'all have let shit get away far worse than I heard you like 'em young. Did I miss more footnotes? Okay, we're going to get to the footnotes. I promise I'm not going to skip the footnotes. Finally, Drake fails to allege, because he cannot, that UMG acted with no legitimate purpose in publishing and promoting Not Like Us. The phrase "no legitimate purpose" means the absence of a reason or justification to engage someone other than to hound, frighten, intimidate, or threaten. Drake expressly alleges that UMG motives with respect to Not Like Us were financial. I see your super chats. I want to acknowledge those afterwards. I want to make sure I keep this going as fast as I can, but I thank you for the super chats. Seemingly recognizing its deficiency, Drake alleges that while its initial motive was financial, UMG lost any legitimate purpose to continue its course of conduct in the face of Drake's public and private denials. But this cursory legal conclusion, Drake's denials about the songs have nothing to do with whether UMG's motivations were solely to hound, frighten, intimidate, or threaten, which by Drake's own admission, they were not. Drake fails to state a claim under New York law. Finally, Drake purports Good luck. Drake purports to bring claim under New York general business law, which he asserts UMG violated by covertly financially incentivizing third parties to play, stream, and promote the recording, and then by making materially false and misleading, let me get this window, representations of the recording's popularity to consumers. These allegations are entirely bogus, but in all events fail to state a claim. So they're just lining up what needs to happen in order for this to be seen as legitimate. Did I miss any footnotes? I did not miss any footnotes there. Let me see. Let's go. Okay. To state a 349 claims. Okay, that's another word for claims. Courtney, you my legal advisor. Thank you to Courtney. Shout out to Courtney one time. So purports. Hold on. Purports. So basically, purports. I'm trying to embed it in my memory. So basically, purports. Just another word for claims. Purports. The centerpiece of this claim was utterly false assertion that UMG used bots to stream Not Like Us. Drake based this theory on the claim that an anonymous individual alleged on Twitch stream that Kendrick Lamar's label, Interscope, paid him via third parties to use bots to achieve 30 million streams on Spotify in the initial days following. I know Drake's source wasn't an anonymous nigga on Twitch. I just know his source wasn't an anonymous nigga on Twitch. I'm gonna read that again. Drake based this theory on the claim that an anonymous individual alleged on a Twitch stream that Kendrick Lamar's label Interscope paid him via third parties to use. Yeah, he is exactly who he's talking about. He's talking about Big Academics and that snotty ass white kid that was talking about some. Oh, yeah, so right here on the screenshots you can see where I was talking to his manager and he paid me like 15 rocks and yeah, I do this all the time. Yeah, I was doing business. Who the hell doing business with this nigga? Who the hell doing business with this little nigga? Yeah, thanks for bringing me on. So I'm usually in your Discord. I'm really quiet, but like, so they reached out to me because I'm like a professional or whatever. These niggas think we stupid as them. But this claim is then directly refuted by the very source. I'm going to get to the footnotes that Drake cites in the Twitch stream. The anonymous speaker, already a dubious source, I would say, claims that he was hired by Anthony Saleh, who is Kendrick Lamar's manager. UMG Interscope are never accused. Critically, after UMG notified Drake's counsel of the falsity of Drake's allegations via a Rule 11 letter and accompanying Rule 11 motion, Drake conceded the falsity and agreed to withdraw and correct the meritless allegation. He's literally throwing everything in the kitchen sink in this case, and because he has no case. Despite this concession, Drake has refused to actually amend the complaint to withdraw. Hold on, let's get to the footnotes. So it has a reference to a video. Kendrick Lamar exposed by DJ Academics and a hacker. That snotty ass nosed kid is a hacker. Epic for bot streams. It's a YouTube video. To be clear, UMG disputes the contention that anyone paid for or otherwise used bots to inflate streams of Not Like Us, as there is no evidence of any such stream manipulation. And the record evidence filed in a separate legal proceeding that Drake initiated against UMG but then abandoned earlier this year, yeesh, is to the contrary. Affirmation from Spotify, but the specific claim that someone affiliated with UMG did so was entirely unsupported by the very sources Drake cites.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I'm not going to call Drake a crackhead. I'm not going to say that he a cokehead. I think that you have to have evidence of such. I will say this, though. If you ever been around a cokehead who is spiraling, they tend to make connections where connections don't exist. I'd never call that man nothing. I don't know his personal life, but I've been around cokeheads. This is a fact. And the ones that I've been around, I've never partaken myself. I was very observant and very, very, very sober. I said, is that right? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say coke. I should say nose beers.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
See the grass? Touch the grass. Touch the air. Ah. For those who partake in nose beers, they tend to get very desperate with their stories. This feels like booger sugar activity. This feels like booger sugar logic. All right, here's what happened. Famous last words. I've seen it. All right, Curtis. Here's how you're gonna blow up your career. All right. First thing you're gonna do. I forgot. Wait a minute. Famous last damn words. Lord, please help. Please take the wheel. Coors White is crazy, Tim Miller. Oh my God, Coors White. Yeah. So, affiliated with UMG, did so entirely unsupported by the sources Drake cites. Admittedly, false allegations until after UMG files this motion to dismiss. What is left of the 349 claim after subtracting the bogus stream manipulation theory is equally spurious. As an initial matter, all of the remaining allegations are made of information and belief, without stating the basis therefore. Drake has also received information that UMG engaged in a classic pay-for-play scheme by paying to increase the airplay of the recording on the radio. On information and belief, UMG employed a similar scheme by There's some Hells Angels at my door. You hear that? You hear that motorcycle? This neighborhood ain't never had no motorcycle. You said them Hells Angels at me? Shit! FBI, open up! I ain't never heard a damn motorcycle that strong in front of my house. Allegedly. That shit crazy. I look down like damn, maybe 4,000 people is a little egregious, huh? Fuck it. Gotta finish. Gotta end strong. Mama mentality. You gotta end strong. I ain't stopping shit. They can be in this room with me and read this motherfucker with me. I don't care. Read this motherfucker with me. It's already out there. What you want me to do? Not read what's out there? You mad as niggas can read and gonna read it on their stream? What you mad about? What you really mad about? Yeah, for nigga, if somebody showed to my door tomorrow so that shit you were talking about, Crody, I might be gone that day, cause I will not stop laughing. As I leak out, if you call me Crody, I probably would die of laughter first. I take nothing serious in them kind of situations. This shit is redunculous. This is redunculous. Gotta see it through, my boy. Yeah. What up, my boy? Gotta see it through. Let's go. We almost done. So it's talking about what needs to happen on the grounds that you file such a thing. It's talking about a reference. Must be accompanied by a statement of the facts upon which the belief is founded. There are none of that going on. It's none of that going on. Moreover, 349 requires a plaintiff to allege that he has suffered an injury as a result of the deception. Yet, now that artificial streaming is out, Drake does not assert that any of UMG's other supposedly deceptive conduct injured him, save for putative misstatements concerning the popularity of Not Like Us on the radio. Plaintiff was separately injured as a direct and proximate result of defendant's deceptive acts and practices in the radio industry, because every time the recording was played, Drake lost the opportunity for one of his songs to be played. But these allegations are insufficient. You don't own the radio, Drake. First, there is no consumer-oriented conduct. The deceptive act Drake alleges is that UMG marketed the recording as chart-topping despite knowing that it had paid third parties, including radio stations, to play and promote the recording. My question is this: how do you know that unless you yourself have been a part of such nefarious acts?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
How you know what they doing unless you did it? You ever told on yourself? You ever told on yourself to your mama like, "Oh, okay, we was in your room, and she touched your jewelry," and then mama look at you and say, "What was y'all doing in the room?" Did I say I was in the room? I did, huh? But his complaint alleges only that UMG marketed Not Like Us as chart topping. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Statement aims at the television and film industry concerning licensing rather than consumers are not consumer-oriented conduct. No consumer-oriented conduct when deception was directly solely at persons interested in obtaining licenses for the operation of taxi cabs, not taxi consumers, and did not concern. So we're talking about a very specific case. Second, Drake does not allege that this statement was deceptive or misleading in a material way. Drake never alleges, nor could he, that Not Like Us would not have been chart topping had it not been for the alleged payments at issue, nor does he include any allegations as to why the chart topping claim would be material in any event. Third, Drake allegations of injury and causation. I almost said Caucasian. It's very Karen of him. At this point, I can't even call it Karen activity. This is just Drake. Drake is a lower tier than Karen activity. Karen activity is very vile. Drake activity is even worse. Almost want to apologize to some Karens. Not quite. Third, Drake's allegations of injury and causation and Caucasian are lacking. Drake's theory that every time the recording was played, Drake lost the opportunity for one of his songs to be played. What made you think that that's owed to you? It's wildly speculative and non-concisable. Okay, it says, nor does Drake allege that any lost radio opportunities were the results of any supposed UMG misstatements about the song's popularity, which means that he does not allege an injury that is a result of the deception. Okay, here's the conclusion. We're finally here. Okay, it's revealing information. Hold on. For all of the foregoing reasons, plaintiff's complaint should be dismissed with prejudice.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Tell me you're cheesing, fam. Dog, all this did was make everything worse. You just made sure that a year worth of embarrassing situations that you put yourself into, you just ensured that we would never forget it. There's going to be a rapper in 2052 named YN.exe. It's my theory. It's a little nigga named YN.exe, right? YN.exe. He gonna get out here talking this shit. He gonna feel bold enough to say, I had a better run than Kendrick did in 2025 and 2024. Type shit, or whatever they say. Whatever they saying then. It's important that we document these moments because this is gonna have to follow that very battle. YN.exe, I'm telling you right now from the past, you are not having a better run. Our parents, unfortunately, could not give us tweets and TikTok messages of what happened during Michael Jackson's run in the 80s. We know that it was legendary. We have this right now. This is embarrassing. And you just made sure that this is going to be for the next 100 years. Remember, because it's in court documents. This is in court documents. The same court documents that are pulling up cases from 1982 that I'd never heard of. This is court documents. You realize how stupid this was? These are court documents. You made a mistake, and you're. I think the issue that I'm seeing as an outsider is this man has a problem with accountability because he's been coddled by the industry, whether it's as a child actor in Degrassi. He's been coddled by an industry that, because of maybe even his religious ties, said that you're one of us, we're going to take care of you, you're good. And the moment that the child that has been coddled is not getting the special treatment he thinks he deserves, he starts acting like a fool. You just made this worse because even if you won the case, which you won't have a chance in hell, you have a case. You sued your label. You tried to sue UMG. This is not you fighting for the little man. This is for you fighting for the little man inside you. That ego. You're fighting for you're trying to fight embarrassment. You remind me of the funniest home movies where people be on top of ice and they start slipping and like, and they fight it, and the harder they fight it, the harder they fall. That's you right now. If you'd have just failed and then popped up, let's say this month, people would have been like, man, what's going on with Drake? He must have something bubbling. He finally gonna say something. No. You did all of this fucking dancing. You did all of this wildin' shit. Yeah, Wile E. Coyote is great, Farley. You did all of this for what, dog? For what? To save the embarrassment that already was? It's done. And now it's in the court documents.
I remember you was conflicted.
This is forever, my boy. Huh. DIYers, boy oh boy, thank you for going through those documents with me. Those are my thoughts on this. You let me know what you think of this. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.